Alright guys, how you doing? My name's Trinity, owner of the Trinity Network. Basically what I'm doing here today is just a quick demonstration of what we plan to be doing with our future servers. Basically what we've managed to successfully do is import a lot of the vehicles and weaponry and systems from the Arma II file database into Arma 3. So as you can see here, we have a lot of the armored vehicles. These are the ones down here. We have the supply and repair vehicles here. We have the civilian vehicles here. We actually have custom police vehicles and police units as well, which will also be incorporated, but that's not part of the Arma 2. This is new that we've been working on. Over here, what else we got working on is the Chinook. We have 3 of them here. Basically, I've just been working on them. This one here is the really difficult steering one, which is more realistic. This was the prototype, which doesn't have a working ramp, and this was the kind of just right, if you like, the Goldilocks kind of vehicle. Over here, we have all the Arma 2 and Arma 3 aircraft. Well, one of each of the aircraft anyway. I'm not going to add all the skins in, that would take me absolutely ages. We've also managed to port in the C-130, which has been my delight to play around with at the minute. So I'm just going to jump in here and we're going to show you quickly what vehicles are going to be coming in. Now the type of server that this is going to be applied to is we're going to have 2. We're actually going to have a Wasteland server with these vehicles, and we're also going to have an Altis Life server. Whether we port that over to Cherno, so we could have a Cherno Life, that would be pretty cool. We haven't quite decided. That'd be quite difficult to do, but I'm no stranger to task. So basically, as you can see from the guys here, these are the little police units that we've been working on. This is from a different mod. So the police are kitted out in different classes: sniper class, patrol class, heavy class, policeman, and traffic, highway patrol, things like that. We got the service and repair vehicles here, which are all ported over from Arma 2. So as you can see, they're not the nicest looking things in the world, but they look pretty good, and they're identical to the Arma 2, which I think will be refreshing for a lot of people to see. We have all the heavy vehicles, the armoured vehicles down the side here. These are the police vehicles. They'll be having the custom light bars and other things. So if I just jump in here, put the siren and the lights on, if I change the time, just the night, so you can actually see the effects. And there is a pretty nice strobing system. So I think a lot of people are going to like that. And the siren stays on when you get out as well, which is opposed to other Altis Life. Whether we're going to keep it like that, we're not 100% sure, because I'm sure we get the odd policeman that decides to get out and leave his siren on, which would irritate the hell out of everyone. Anyway, let's switch back over to day. Okay, so over here we have civilian vehicles. Majority again ported from Arma 2, so we got the Golf and the little bike. We got the bike as well. The bike is a bit buggy. If it falls over, you can't get back on it at all, which is a bit of a shame, but not really a great deal I can do with that. So we ported a lot of the vehicles over from Arma 2, hatchbacks and little Golfs and off-roaders and various other little things. As well as Arma 2, vehicles are a lot more resilient to rocks and things like that, so they don't break as easy. We even got the bus from Cherno, a couple of the Urals. Again, these are the police vehicles we got here. So we got the police version of the I can't remember, it's the Rebel off-roader, which is on Altis Life. Hunter, standard off-roader, SUV, and these 2 here are Volvo ATVs. And then we've got some nice little cars. We plan these to replace the ATVs. They don't go much faster than the ATVs. They're just a lot more sturdy. Nothing worse than just driving halfway down the road and busting a tyre on an ATV. These are the Chinooks that I've been on about. These are actually fully functional. Work perfectly. So if I get in here. What you just saw there, he kind of jumped in through the back. I'll explain that in a second. But right now, so we can level the ramp. We can raise the entire ramp. or we can just go straight and lower it. We also have a little hatch which you can kind of see underneath the helicopter. So where's the hatch? Close hatch. As you can see there, it closes there. Basically, people can actually be moving inside the helicopter when the helicopter is in motion, and they'll be able to jump out when they want. So as you can see, fully functional here. You can got little wipers. It also looks quite nice in the dark. Here you can see the collision lights. They're very subtle though, so when you need to be out and about, it's absolutely perfect. As you can see, it's got the precautionary measures, the flares there, for anti-air missiles and whatnot you could be getting yourself into. We'll switch it back over to day. Right, this is what I was on about earlier. We just got out of the cockpit, as you can see in here, and we are actually inside the helicopter. And we can actually open the hatch from inside the helicopter, so we would be able to jump out whilst in motion. And the actual functional hatch, people can run up and down without getting killed, which is one of the big issues we were having earlier. Right, let's go and have a look at my baby over here. Saying that, we got the Osprey in. The Osprey works very well as well. I do believe it should be over here somewhere. As you can see here, we've got a lot of the vehicles in. Again, a lot of them are from Arma 2, some of them are still Arma 3. The Chinook's not actually in there, so I'll put that in a minute. Look at the light bar on here. It's actually the little front lights on the off-roader. There's the C-130 there. I'm actually going to go to the other one over here, which I have parked. Biggest issue we had with importing things over from Arma 2, especially when importing things from Arma 2, was the ability, the physics just weren't... I wouldn't say they weren't there, they were there. They just weren't enough. So we had to remodel, when I say remodel, we had to rework a lot of the coding within the vehicles. With the issue we were having, especially with jets, they didn't take off. And because the difference in the Arma 2 and the Arma 3 engine prevented the thrust required to actually even move the thing, move the object. Jet engines didn't seem to work. Propeller engines weren't so bad, but they still didn't work quite right. As you can see here, everything works quite nicely. This is now the biggest vehicle you can get in Arma 3, which is nice to see. A lot of people wish there was bigger fixed-wing aircraft, so we managed to bring that into Arma 3. You can see standard physics still apply. You're not just going to go OP the server by picking a vehicle that was designed in Arma 2, thinking, yeah, everything's OP. No, it won't work. Everything blows up the same way that it should do. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the editor and I'm going to add the Osprey. If I can work out where it is. MV22 I think it was. There it is. And move my units over here just so I don't have to run as far. The Osprey works perfectly. The only issue we have with the Osprey is its landing. It lands perfectly if you land vertically. If you land it like an aircraft, it seems to really bug out and likes to kill you, which is a bit of an issue. Down, gear up, and auto holder off. very subtle vehicle. It's really nice to fly, and flies just as well in Arma 3 as it does in Arma 2. There we go. There it is. Incredibly nice vehicle to be flying around in. We'll be adding loading to the vehicles, so they'll be able to physically store other vehicles and various other objects, physical storage, and so it's going to be, all in all, it's going to be an incredible server to play on, I personally believe, and the mods just make it that much more fulfilling. I mean, the biggest issue with Arma 3, I personally believe, is the lack of content. Right, I'm going to try and land this wheel-based. Oh, pretty heavy. As you can see, there it is. It likes to do that. But we'll keep on working on it. But right now we have approximately 60 ported in vehicles, which will all hopefully in the end be implemented into our servers. Once we work out the kinks from the porting, there's still error messages and things that we need to deal with. We also were thinking about a Chernarus, because we can actually launch the Chernarus map inside Arma 3. So if you guys want Chernarus, you have to let me know, because personally I'm not 100% sure what to think of it. But if you want to see a Chernarus server, let me know what server you want. Let me know what game mode you want, whether it's Altis Life, but of course it won't be Altis Life, it'll be Chernarus Life, or Wasteland, or just, you know, give me a pitch and I'll see what I can do. I'm no stranger to making servers, and I really enjoy it, and this is my actual first mod pack, which we hope to have complete with a mod launcher. So this is just our early alpha view. It shouldn't be too long before I get the first server online, but if you guys have any questions, comment, leave a little private message me. My Twitch is twitch.tv/trinitynet, which I spend a lot of time streaming, not so much these days, but I still stream fairly often. And I mean, you can get me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, of course, a few other websites and things. I'm also very active on the Altis Life forums, if that's a last kind of resort. But yeah, I mean, give us a heads up, let me know. We have a Teamspeak as well. I'll put the link in the description, but it's aspiregames.no-ip.org. Again, it'll be in the description. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it, and I really hope to see you once this project goes live. Anyway, for the best of the part, have yourself a good day, evening, morning, whatever it is, and keep going.